Hello, I made it just in time. I definitely wasn't away from my computer when the countdown started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Friday afternoon live stream. I am feeling a little crazy right now, like I'm rushing, like I'm in a rush, like I'm hurrying, and I'm hoping that I will calm down the more I keep talking. I've just had so much to do today already, and it's only 2 p.m. Like I woke up very early, like 6:30. That's quite early for me because I had some work to do before a conference that I just went to, and then the conference ended, and now I'm back, and now I'm gonna do a live stream, which I'm so happy to do, and say hello to all my friends. Hello, Diane. Hello, Mars. Hello, Hazelnut. Hello, Cool Gamer. Nice to see you all. And we are going to be doing some writing this afternoon, or maybe some reading, or maybe something else that you find productive, or maybe having lunch. I feel like I'm definitely going to do that during the first sprint because the lunch at the conference was like a weird cheese, tomato, spinach, avocado sandwich, and I did not eat very much of it. How was the conference? So the conference was 2 days. It was a full day yesterday and a half day today. It was quite boring because it was about poll survey research methodology. I went because to be like a representative of my work, and because I'm the graduate assistant, like they can easily just send me to do it because I don't have much else to do. And so, I mean, some of the presentations were cool, but mostly it was just like, when is the best time to call someone to like ask them to fill out a survey on the phone? Like, when is the right time of day? So it was a lot of that. Oh, thank you. This would be great as a scarf, but this is a huge tapestry. Like it like this is, can I even point? That's the ceiling up there, and then this is the tapestry. It's only like a foot below the tapestry, and then it goes all the way down to the floor down there. It's quite a huge piece of fabric, and I love it. And it represents the project I'm working on, which is called Project Faye. It's not the one right here because I think I'm going to be working on Project Popstar today, but my main project is Project Faye, and I feel like this captures the vibes pretty well. But yeah, I have more like information about Project Faye on my channel, but I probably won't go into too much about it today because I'm trying to like finish a chunk of Project Popstar so I can send it off to one of my friends for like review to see if I'm actually like doing it right, and then I'll switch back to Project Faye. So probably next week will be a Project Faye week. But that's what I'm working on. What is everybody else working on today? Are you writing? Are you reading? Are you making lunch? Making dinner? I know some of us are at different time zones from each other. I I was also up early this morning because I had a meeting with someone in Germany, so I'm quite used to a different time zone today, and I have to be awake at 7 a.m. for the next 6 Friday mornings, and it's I will do it. I will not be happy about it. Mars is working on finishing my draft of this dang novella. Already written 1,000 words today and finally made it to the last scene, so hopefully it won't need too much more. Well, that's good. Oh, you're on the last scene? That's great. You've been alternating between writing and reading, going back and forth. That sounds like a good strategy to like give your brain a little break. I think I like this. Diane has a book on drawing, started writing. Wow. I bet that's, I wonder, I guess that would be nonfiction then? I've never had someone writing nonfiction on my live streams before. But I think it's really cool. I think technical things are, like creative things are hard to explain technically. And I really enjoy reading about them, like craft books, like how certain authors are able to do certain things in their work. And I feel like that also applies to drawing, and that's really cool. Hazelnut is writing a new outline for book 4 in the series you're rewriting for Nano, only working on books 1 and 2 for Nano, but you got inspired to do all 4 books in their outlines. Well, that's great. When the inspiration hits, you got to take advantage of it, or else the ideas might leave you, and more importantly, the motivation might leave you. So I'm really glad that you had creative spark to get. Ooh, I just smelled my candle. You ever have a candle and like suddenly it just wafts in your direction? This one, it's this. This is the culprit. Oh, it's very strong. It's like fall harvest, and it smells a lot like apple cinnamon. It's very strong. I forgot it existed, and I just inhaled some of it. I need to put a lid on it or something. Okay, I put a book on it. That was random. But yeah, I also want to say hi to people. If you've never seen my streams before, I'm doing 4 writing sprints every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Friday at 2 p.m. for the month of October. To be continued to see if it stretches further than that, but for now it's October. And we do 4 writing sprints, and they ramp up. They ramp up in length. So the first one is 15, second we got a 25, third 35, and the fourth one is a random number of minutes determined by a deck of cards in my collection. I have like 15 decks of cards, as we discovered last stream. And yeah, this is not my first rodeo though. I have been live streaming for pretty much the whole time I've been an author tuber, and so I really like it. I love streaming. Denny's friend got them a candle. It's supposed to smell like little Debbie zebra cakes, but it really just smells like vanilla icing. Yeah. I have a thing about vanilla. Like I don't like smelling like really sweet vanilla-y things. Like warm vanilla sugar is not my vibe from Bath and Body Works. Yeah, just it's a lot. It's overpowering. I understand. Oh, you stream on your other channel? How wonderful. So you know exactly what this feels like. And me being a veteran streamer, I really should have pulled up the timer by now. But alas, I was busy scrambling to clean my desk before this live stream because it is not looking great. So instead of actually moving the things off the desk, I have just positioned them strategically behind my computer so I cannot see them. And so when I get up, that is when I will clean. But yeah, I think I should eat something for the next sprint. So I will be making something quick. I'll probably be making a frozen burrito. Now, let me present my screen. Who says that? Let me share my screen so we can have ourselves 15 minutes of productivity for the first sprint. I wish you guys well. I wish you guys a productive time. And in 15 minutes, you will hear a little bird song, and that will be me. So yeah, 15 minutes starting in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. Oh, love chocolate chip cookies. That's great. Hello, friends. That is the end of our first writing sprint. Hold on. I'm coming back, returning. I might have food in my teeth, so I apologize. um, how was that for everyone? I just barely had enough time to eat. I at the 4 second mark, I had just finished eating. So it was really close, but I made it. It was quite delicious. Um, but otherwise, I hope that was a good warm-up sprint for you all. Just now, I'm trying to pull up my Project Popstar document so I can reorient myself with what I'm going for today. I actually think I need to do like a skim through so I can continue chapter 4, because that's the goal. The goal is to finish chapter 4 so I can actually present. I think it'll be like 22,000 words, so like a really good portion of the draft. Hold on, I brought you just a little closer. But yeah, I had a me and Project Popstar have been on and off and on and off and on and off for a very long time. I believe I started this in November of 2021. And I very sporadically worked on it. I ended up completing 2 attempts at the first draft, but they were not completed. Like they were both partial first drafts. So like what I'm doing now with Project Popstar is basically 3rd time's a charm. Like trying one more time to get Project Popstar right. Because I think I finally know which direction I'm supposed to be going in, and I'm trying my best to make it good. Mars wrote 100 words or 200. Was not keeping track. That's okay. I also don't keep track all the time. I usually just make estimates about how many I wrote, unless I remember exactly where I was when I last broke off. But yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a good little progress for the first 15 minutes. You know, I am starting to feel calmer. I'm starting to feel more in the groove of the live stream now that I've had something to eat. I do still have tortilla in my teeth. And for some reason, right here, it's really itchy on my forehead. Oh, but I forgot. In my head, I just asked you a question, Mars, but I didn't actually say it out loud. But then I answered that question. And the question was, what are you writing? You're writing your novella. I remember. Yeah, I kind of was unprepared with conversation topics today. So I kind of had a loss for words. Like, do I talk about what I'm going to write? Do I talk? Oh, you know what? I could talk about the fact that I put out a video today. My August and September wrap up. So basically the progress report, the update, the monthly favorites video, that video is up, and that includes both August and September, and it came out an hour and 29 minutes ago. And also, if you haven't seen it yet, it's in the description of this live stream. If you'd like to view it after the stream concludes. I also edited my audio on that video, and I think it sounds really good. So if you were here for my last stream, you remember me talking about that, and it's pretty nice. Like, I think I did a really good job considering the technology that I am working with. But yeah, like I really like the vibes of that video. It's pretty chill. And I do have more videos that I could edit, but I feel like one video a week is kind of the cadence that I want to keep. So yeah, that's how I feel. I'll probably start editing my next video because I already have it filmed. I'll start editing it. You know what? Actually, I think I already edited it but that was before I learned how to do my audio processing correctly, so I think I'm just going to re-edit it to make the audio sound good. Yeah. Yes, Mars is working on a novella. It's a oh yeah, I don't think you imparted this to me last time, that it's a retelling of the fall of the House of Usher. I am unfamiliar with this story. I'm trying to like comb my files in my brain for any information about the House of Usher. It's literally, I'm pulling up nothing. I have nothing. You got ready for your date. That's good. How's my burrito? I'm so glad you asked. So I make freezer burritos, and I do them all at once, and then I have like 8 burritos to eat. But it's really 7 because I eat one immediately. But then I have 7 freezer burritos, and then I get to just eat them, and if I want to, and it's like it makes me feel so happy because I just like have them and I get to eat them, and I didn't have to like go out and buy it. I didn't have to like feel bad after I eat it because I know exactly what's in it, and like I love it. I love them. And this one in particular had eggs, but they were like curry seasoned, like an Indian spice mix, and that's good. And then it also had roasted potatoes and onions, and those were spicy. It has cayenne on it. And then there's lime and cilantro pinto beans, and like those are the 3 ingredients this time. I think I could have added way more cilantro. I'm a cilantro lover, but it was still very tasty and very hot, and I was literally down to the wire. Like I was still chewing in the final 10 seconds of this friend being over, because basically the way you do this is you make the burritos, you freeze them, and then you just take them out of the freezer like normal, and then you heat them for 1 minute and 30 seconds on both sides. So it's a total of 3 minutes, but then you gotta wait a little because it's really hot after. Is this entertaining content? But I did ask you to ask me about my burrito, and I appreciate you giving me the outlet to talk about it. But The Fall of the House of Usher is a short story by Edgar Allan Poe. Okay. I don't think I've interacted with this piece of media before. I feel like that's strange for me because I know a lot about Poe. Like I visited his manor or whatever, like his childhood home in Virginia one time. But I was unaware that this thing existed, which is, I don't know. I can remember like the Telltale Heart and like the Raven poem. Maybe I don't know that much about Edgar Allan Poe. Like it's really ironic because the bookmark, like my iconic bookmark in like high school and middle school was from that Poe museum, and it had like a red tassel on it, and I think it said like quote the Raven nevermore. Yeah, I actually don't know where that is. I wonder if it's tucked away in one of these books somewhere. But yeah, I'll have to look for it sometime. I think I should make a fun little video about like, here are all my bookmarks. Hi Laura. I'm just talking about how good my burrito was for lunch, and I'm also talking about the fact that I don't know where the House of Usher is. The Fall of the House of Usher. Oh, it's very spooky. Okay. I can probably definitely find it online, right? That's definitely it's definitely in the public domain. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I literally just found a PDF. It's 12 pages. Maybe I will read that soon because it is October and it is spooky month, and I will be hosting a stream on October 31st. So if anyone has any like ideas for any like Halloween things you would like to see on the 31st of October, let me know. Maybe I will play with my cat's Halloween toys live. Maybe we can talk about Halloween candy. Or maybe like we can talk about spooky writing. I'm open to a lot of things. And if nothing else, I will probably play with my cats with their Halloween toys on camera. Maybe I'll dress up as something. I haven't had an excuse to Halloween anything in a while. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'm kind of nervous just to write in Project Popstar today, and I know I shouldn't be, but I feel like if I don't get it right this time, then maybe like this project was never meant to be, and that upsets me because I've put so much energy into this project, and I really care about the story I'm trying to tell because it's personal to me, and I also think like it would be a really good book if I managed to like actually make it good. Like I want it to exist really badly, and I'm worried about like I guess disappointing myself and my own vision for the book. And that it's kind of a little bit of paralysis there about not wanting to write it, because if I write it then it's going to be bad, and then it won't be like how it is like perfectly in my head. You know what I mean? We could do a Halloween candy tier ranking. I have very strong opinions about Halloween candy. Scariest scenes. Do I write anything scary? I have not been very vocal about this fact, but I am not like a spooky girly. Like I do not write/read much horror thriller at all. Like not even movies. Like I am not really like, you know, for understandable reasons. Like, I just have I written anything scary? I think I've written edgy things like when I was like for a writing class, I've probably written something like creepy crawly flash fiction or like edgy. Like I've written like a story about this about a woman creating a golem from the earth, and like it's leaving earth everywhere, and she kind of like gets an attachment to it, but in the end like it's not real, like, and it can't be hers. And I guess that's a little like macabre, like resurrecting a lover from the ground and then like burying him at the end. But yeah, like doesn't like it's just a big mood. Look at me, I'm hiding behind, you can't even see my eyes. I look ridiculous. I look crazy. I look like freaking, what's that character in the X-Men who wears a visor? That's what I look like. I look like, what's the guy? I don't know what his name is. Like I've definitely seen it. But is his name Gazer? Laser? It's not Laser. Is his name Chris? But yeah, project hesitation because you want them to be perfect is difficult. Laura's trying to write a adult sci-fi duology. That makes sense to me why you would be intimidated by that. I would be intimidated by that. Just thinking about how long adult sci-fi typically is. And also, yes, his name is Cyclops. It's not a laser. His name is Cyclops. Yes. Gazer. That's a good guess. I guess a lot of characters have visors on. Yeah, I think what I was talking about was Cyclops. But doesn't he have a normal name though? Isn't he just like Chris or something? But yeah, this is a big mood. Yeah. Oh, Oh, I think I've heard of this one. Yeah, and I think I definitely been seeing this book around. um, but yeah, for anyone else casually listening to the live stream instead of watching, Hazelnut is mentioning Laura's book called Tiny Shivers, perfectly seasonal for the spooky season that we find ourselves in. It's a short storer horror collection. It's a short story horror collection, but with a whole bunch of spooky stories. Um, oh, his name is Scott. Did I say X-Men? I hope I said X-Men. Um, Jordy from Star Trek. His name is Scott. Scott is kind of like a Chris name. You know what I mean? Although I kind of think of Scott's as like dentist because that was the name of my childhood dentist. His name was Scott. So I have strong feelings about anyone named Scott. It's like, you know what I mean? I gotta stop saying that. I every once in a while a new catchphrase pops up in my vocabulary, in my repertoire. Sometimes I'm okay with them, but you know what I mean? It's kind of I don't know how I feel about that one yet. I gotta keep talking and see how I like it. Speaking of talking, we need to hop into our second sprint and do actually writing today. I need to stop stalling just because I don't want to write Project Popstar today. So I'm gonna change my username to Writing Project Popstar, and then we are actually going to jump into our second writing sprint. One moment. Let's be emphatic about it. And let me actually pull up this timer. I also hope you heard the bird sound at the time that it was last over, because last stream I did not share my browser volume, but I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine. Yes. You're hold on. We have some dentist discourse in the chat. Oh, does Little Shop of Horrors have a dentist in it? I did not know that. I have not quote unquote interacted with this piece of media before, but I know it's a musical, and I know there's a carnivorous plant in it. But your dad's name is Scott Hansenut. He works at a company that delivers house building materials. That's cool. um, The birds did sound. That's good. I will keep the volume. That's good to know. Thank you. Thank you for that feedback. All right, friends, we are having our second writing sprint of this stream. I hope you use it well, use it wisely, starting in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. Hi guys! That's the end of the second sprint. I'm talking louder because I'm talking through a cat right now. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Lark. I am trying to recalibrate. How do I do this? Because now there's a cat with me and I'm having trouble focusing. And welcome to the stream, everybody. How did you do? Please don't knock over my things. If you've never seen this cat before, this cat is Lark. And she is being very cuddly today. And she's not normally cuddly. So that's random. That's new. She would probably continue to keep walking back and forth for some minutes because she keeps wanting attention. I noticed Malin joined us. Hello. Oh, that's right. You're in the British time zone. I hope you end up being productive tonight. And Mars finished drafting the novella. That's amazing. 11,000 is a very respectable word count for a novella. So good on you. Yes, Kitty, pretty Kitty. And now, of course, she's gone because she figured out I wasn't paying her any attention, or maybe she didn't like me talking. But if you want to see more of her, just scroll back to 6 minutes of the last 6 minutes of the last sprint. Is when she was all up doing her back and forth thing. This means way to go. My brain didn't read it, compute it for a second, but I got it. The air conditioning is turned off. Hello. Please be like, are you guys gonna be okay? My cats are both like over there and on different levels of altitude. One is under the couch and the other one is on the windows, and they're still figuring it out how they want to arrange themselves. But I think they're good. But yeah, what the heck did I do? I should talk about that. I actually did work on Project Faye. I got a little bit of the conversation edited. I can figure out. Yeah. I can definitely figure out how many words I got because I remember where I was this time, but I got 346 words, which is about 3/4 of a page. And that's pretty good. I'm kind of like confused on where I'm going to end this chapter because my chapters are averaging around 4,000 words for this book, which is a very beefy chapter for me. And I think this chapter isn't that long right now. It's how long are you? This one is 2,200. So I'm kind of thinking about like what is the other 2,000 words that I'm going to put in here. I don't really know, and I also don't really know what comes after this chapter. So that kind of worries me because I really like drafting when I know what's coming in the next chapters because then I feel like I won't mess it up. Yeah, just maybe I should outline it, but I don't really know. I don't really know where this chapter is going. They're still in the middle of the conversation, so I don't really know how the chapter is going to end yet. I should probably do some thinking about that. So maybe during the next sprint, I will have some Oreos and do some thinking about the rest of this chapter before I like aimlessly just keep writing for no reason. So yeah. That's what I think I should do. I'd like to know what everybody else is working on for the next sprint because Mars finished their dang project. And this for the next sprint's gonna make some oatmeal. That's wonderful. Oh, you write fan fiction? Do share if you feel comfortable. I am forever intrigued by people who write fan fiction because I actually was not one of those people. And I feel like that's a very unusual thing to be a writer but having never written fan fiction. But 'tis true. Malin got 236 words in that time. That's great. And you put dinner in the oven. Amazing. And it's meatballs and tomato sauce and rice. Sounds nice and savory. It does sound really good. I would probably eat it if I wasn't vegetarian. But there's also vegetarian meatballs, or you can do falafel instead of meatballs, and that's also good. Yeah. Oh, rice in a rice cooker is like that's like the life hack. That's like if you have a rice cooker, just rice becomes so much easier to make. Like it's really good. Like I don't have a rice cooker. I have an instant pot, and it kind of does the same thing, but it like they're good. They're good devices. Interesting. No, I don't think. I mean, this makes sense to me because you already have built-in character dynamics, and it's also low stakes. So this makes perfect sense to me. But yeah, if you write romance books, I'm in the market. Like, love to read it. It is a good idea. Like, see, like I feel like this is a logical choice. Now I'm wondering why I haven't done this. But then again, I don't really. I'm of two minds about it. One, I don't really write in that category, so I don't feel like I need to practice because I write YA, and that's not going in a YA book. But number two, I also pretentiously feel like I would be good at it, and I don't need to practice because I've read those kind of scenes before, and I feel like I could do it. But like, having said that, I have never written one, so I don't actually know, and I could just be making a pretentious assumption about my skill to write that kind of scene. But I don't know, because I have no reason to write one right now. Yeah, I agree. Mom wants to know, what fanfics are you guys writing? You had your OC straight serious black. That's so. I love that. Yeah, I think I came way too late into the world of fan fiction to like participate in it. Like, and I also avoided Harry Potter fan fiction because I felt like it was it was like too far, if you know what I mean. Like a very and like the fan base was huge, and like I think it kind of it daunted me. So I never like read or interacted with Harry Potter fan fiction. Oh, you have plans for a whole adult romance pen name? I wonder if I will ever do this, but I love this because a pen name is like being sneaky, and like I love being sneaky about things. It's just a little fun fact about me. But you're playing. Oh, you're doing that makes total sense. That makes total sense, Mars, because Baldur's Gate has that content in it already, so it should be pretty easy. But you dabble in other fandoms. Yeah, like it's basically anything and everything has happened in the Harry Potter fandom fanfiction community because it's been around for so long, and there's so much material, and there's so many spin-offs, and like it's huge. It's so much. The bigger the fandom, the weirder the fanfics. Yeah. That's a good point. I think I'm going to jump into the third sprint because I'm kind of in a groove, and I would like to think more about Project Popstar before I lose momentum on that, and I also want to eat some Oreos. So I'm going to pull up the third sprint banner and the third sprint timer, and we will get this thing going. And we will have 35 minutes to write, to eat, to read, to play Baldur's Gate 3, read some fan fiction. You do you. And I will see you guys in 35 minutes, starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Your dinner's ready? Perfect. Amazing. All right, friends, that is the end of our third writing sprint. I'm gonna be honest about what I did during that sprint, and what I did was eat 4 Oreos, watch my cat for 10 minutes, was on Instagram for 15, and then I wrote for like 5. So a very productive sprint for me, you might say. But yeah, I have been thinking, like, I've gotten to the end of my outline actually for chapter 4, and this is it's a bit worrying to me, because not chapter 5, for chapter 4, like, I've run out of material, because like I need to keep thinking about it, and I didn't really do that for the past sprint. I was taking a mind break, and so I did not write that many words. I mean, I got like probably like 50 at the end. Like, no, this is like in case you're wondering, it is 52 words exactly. That's how many I got. Yes, the Oreos were good. I had 4 of them. But Milan ate dinner, watched a bit of a show, and wrote 150 words. I've been watching The Great British Baking Show again. And I just, you reminding me that I haven't finished the first episode. It's very good. I need to finish that. Mars ate oatmeal, put away the clean dishes. You can wash more later. You know what? Same. I'm in the same predicament right now. And then got about 200 words in the fic. That's great. We all did a lot of varied things during the sprint. So now I don't feel so weird or bad about how I chose to spend my time. I do have a new deck of cards today to present, and I kind of hinted at it in my last stream, but today we have National Park playing cards. And isn't this just the most beautiful, minimalistic deck? I love the silver. I love the black. It's just fabulous. I love the aesthetic. Isn't it? It's so good. Like, and the cards are just as pretty. Although I don't think they're black. They are white cards. You like the little trees? Well, you're in for a treat, Mars, because there are tons of trees on these cards, because I have taken a little peek. They are quite stunning. This is what the back looks like. Beautiful. Like, the graphic designer was definitely like designing today. And like, here are the Joker cards. We got a bear. Who's the artist? The artist is Micah Huang, and it's a pretty recent deck of cards. I wonder if this person has an Instagram or something where they do more art like this. It would be good as like a tattoo, I think. Like, it's good and minimalistic. Like, you look at this and they're just gorgeous. Like, and I think these might be all the national parks, like, and they're so stylized, and I'm really feeling the vibes. I think I'd like the black ones a little bit better, but they look so nice, and I'm super jazzed about them. The aces especially. The aces are cool. We got Yellowstone, and, well, I skipped one, but this one's the Grand Canyon. This one's the Great Smoky Mountains, and then the final one is Rocky Mountain. And they're very pretty. Yeah, don't they look like tattoos? Anyway, I have a lot of shuffling to do because obviously never used this deck before. So if anyone has a question for me about, that's a rules card. This rules card tells you, like, oh, is there a second one in here? I wonder. There must be a second one. But it tells you where they are in the United States. Yes, I found the other one. We got these two. So it's like this is like the index of all of them. Isn't that neat? Yeah, that's pretty neat. You've got the calculator ready. I love it. Love it, Mars. Amazing. I don't think I've been to that many national parks. I've been to Colorado and Utah and, done some like hiking, walking around, mountaining. And one time I went up a mountain and the elevation was like, I think it was 4,000 feet, and it was like 10 miles or something. And like there was just this point where I just couldn't go any higher, and like I broke down and I like was like sobbing because I was so like both physically exhausted and really upset that I couldn't make it like all the way up the mountain. But like it's not like I don't remember that with bad memories. I think it's kind of silly. Yeah, I don't remember that with bad memories. I just think it's a good story, and like the mountain was very beautiful, and like it was a really great weather when I did it. It was the summer of like I don't actually remember. It was either last summer in 2022 or 21. I don't remember at this point. The last 3 years have all blurred together for me. Oh, you grew up near a national park. Well, maybe this national park is on these cards. If you tell me the name, I can look in the index and check if it's here. We might have to pull that card. I would say I am a park person. I really do like hiking, but not when it's like really long or intense, because I physically am not like a very like I don't like being in pain, naturally. And hiking can cause a lot of pain, like especially like if it's a long trail or if it's high elevation. Oh, by the way, in Colorado, if you are in Colorado, it's already a much different sea level than I'm currently at in North Carolina. So that also made it really difficult. It like started like I don't even know. Like it started already many thousands of feet above what I'm used to, and then like it had elevation gain on top of that. So that's why it was especially difficult in Colorado. But then I went to Arches National Park after that. And that one was hot because it's not like really in the mountains. It's like in Utah. And I think it's in Moab. Like that's the town it's in. And that park is very beautiful aesthetically, but it's very different from like a mountainy forest mountain. It's called the Patterson Great Falls National Park. I'm sorry to say it is not in the index, Mars. But shout out to Patterson Great Falls. I'm not really well traveled in the US at all. Like I've been, besides Utah and Colorado, I've only been to I was gonna say cards, but I meant states that are immediately in the vicinity around mine. So yeah, I know some people like go on road trips all the time. That's not me. Also, if I'm making a weird voice, it's because these cards have a very strong plasticky smell right now, just because I just opened it, and like it's a little, it's strong. It's strong. It's like ink almost. Like what even, I don't even know what this smell is. I think it's from the ink of the cards. Like it's a very strange, almost acrid smell. It's not unbearable. It's just unexpected. Um, yeah, there are a lot of national parks. Um, I'm sure there's more than 54, as there's supposed to be in this deck. Does the plastic smell better or worse than the candle? You know what? I actually think it's worse than the candle. Because it makes you want to cough after I smell it. The candle, at least I know what that smells like. I don't know what this smells like. It's so foreign. Like, hold on. I got the sooty. I just got soot on my hand. I got the sooty candle and I got the cards. See, I can stand to inhale this. I can't stand to inhale this. So there you go. The cards smell worse than the candle, but they're both very intense in their own way. Thank you for the question, Mars. I'm sure when smell-o-vision is invented, you will have regretted that decision. But for now, it's only me. It's only me suffering. That was funny. That's a good question. This is definitely not shuffled enough, but I don't really feel like shuffling it anymore because I keep releasing the smell of the cards. So instead of like randomly pulling 4, I'm just gonna, instead of pulling 4 one after the other, I'm just gonna like pull them from wherever in the deck. It's it's okay. It's okay. I won't remember what it smells like tomorrow. The pain is fleeting. Okay. So here's our first card. It is a king card, which I might remind you is the maximum number of minutes we could have. So we have, what is it? We have 10 number cards and then 3 face cards. So the king represents 13. And this is Zion. Isn't this National Forest in southern Utah or the national park? Unsure. Also, what even is this finger? This is my middle finger, but it looks weird. This is the king card. It's Zion National Forest, baby. This is 13. So first we're starting off for 13 minutes. Let me do another cut to try to randomize this. We have an 8. What are you? This is Crater Lake in southern Oregon. That looks very interesting. I'm going to hope that an actual crater was formed and then a lake filled in it. You think that would make sense? So we get 13 and 8. Let's do one more cut. 10. Okay, we're having a long sprint today. Well, that's just my... This is what I get for not being productive for the last sprint. So this is Capitol Reef in eastern Utah. Interesting. I'm getting a lot of Utah. A lot of Utah today. I wonder if like Utah has a proportionally large number of national parks than the other states. But anyway, there's another one. So that's 10 plus 8 plus 13. And nope, not that one. Is it that one? Let's have it be that one. Okay, this one's a 3. This is Kenai of Fjord, the Gulf of Alaska. So this is like a glacier or like a mountain? That's what I want to know. And like, are these like stylized things? Are these like ice flows or like little patches of water or just, island, or is it just like an aesthetic choice? That's what I want to know. You were Googling them to look at the pretty pictures. 34 minutes. Okay. I will hold them up again if you want to look at the pretty pictures. Here is Zion in southern Utah. You're talking about the fjords right now. The fjord is an American national park that comprises the Harding ice field, its outflowing glaciers, and coastal fjords and islands. So maybe that's why what those little dashes are there. And then here is the reef in eastern Utah. I still don't really understand this picture conceptually. Like, is this water and is this a canyon, or like what am I looking at? I don't really know because this plants lead me to believe like this is the ground and I'm looking down, but like is this also the ground? Like, I don't really understand what this picture means. It's a little confusing. If I look it up online, I can see, oh, it's an arch, but is it underwater? It's like an arch. But why is it called a reef if it's an arch? Is it above? Is it in the water? Or is it above ground? Why is it called a reef? It's just the word reef that's throwing me off. It's like Grand Canyon. Okay, so it's dry. It's dry. Or maybe like there's water in here. I don't know. I don't know. And the last one is Crater Lake, which I think is a very good name because it makes sense. I get what's going on. And I bet like these mountains are super tall as well. But yeah, I love these little trees. Like, look at these little dash marks. Those little tiny trees, they are clearer in real life. Like, if you actually see this card, they're not really that blurry, but my focus doesn't focus that close. In fact, I think it's focusing on this, hold on, point, this flower up here. I think that's what it's actually focusing on. Yeah, that's beautiful. I hope, you know what, I should visit more national parks. I think that would be good. I know there's also like little booklets you can get, like you can get a stamp for every national park you visit, and I'm not sure if it has just all the major ones or literally everyone in the United States, but yeah, I've heard that's a thing you could do, and you can get stamps, kind of like a passport. I don't know if you get a prize or anything. I think it's just a document that says you did that. Good job. And thank you so much for calculating for me, Mars. I will set up this fourth sprint. If anyone has any final words, comments, suggestions, topics, life updates, snack ideas, speak now or wait until 34 minutes from now. Did I want to say anything else? Let me think. Did I want to say anything else? There's a place at Crater Lake called Wizard Island. That's cool. That sounds fake, though. Like, that sounds Wizard Island. It sounds like a kind of like something in a middle grade book. Like, ooh, he lives on Wizard Island. Like, visit like the Great Wizard on Wizard Island. Why is it called Wizard Island? Is there like a weird rock formation that looks like a wizard with his staff? Like, does it look like a wizard from above? That's a choice. I'm very intrigued by this. Yeah, I think I just need to focus and actually get back to Project Popstar, do a lot of good thinking about where it's going to go so I can feel better about writing the rest of the chapter. Yes. That is what I'm going to do. It's just on the Wikipedia blurb. Hey, I'm not shooting the messenger. I believe you. Yeah, here we go. Final writing sprint of the night. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this stream. If you have to pop off during this last sprint, feel free to do so. You do not have to ask for permission. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you eke out a final push of productivity for today, starting in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. Oh, hold on. Wizard Island? It's a volcano! The Witch's Cauldron. That's fantastic. I love it. Someone write a book about that. All right, friends, that is the end of our fourth sprint for the afternoon. And I have to say, I am quite proud of myself for actually getting writing done. I did some outlining of the rest of chapter 4, playing around with a little interlude scene in between chapter 4 and 5. I roughly outlined chapter 5 in a few paragraphs, and then I had like an idea for chapter 6. So I did quite a lot of good thinking, good plotting. And that word count, if you care, if it's indicative of progress, is 440 words. Let me stop sharing this screen. But yeah, I think I did pretty good. Like I did a lot of like just staring off into the corner, which is what I do a lot when I'm trying to plot and think of things. But yeah, I think it was good. I mean, the story is going in a bit of a weird direction, like a direction I wasn't expecting. But I'm going to trust my intuition on it and say that it's the right thing because I thought of it. And if it needs to change later, that's okay. I'm giving it to someone so I know if I'm doing the right thing first, so we don't get too far in a wrong direction. Mars were about 300 words. Snuggled a little cat. It was a good sprint. My cats are not in here anymore. They're currently sleeping in the other room. Malin, it's okay that you did nothing but watch your show and pet your dog, because you know what? That is something. That's 2 somethings. You relaxed. That is something. And I think I am definitely gonna relax after this. I'm going to finish watching. Hello, my AC is on now. I'm gonna finish watching that episode of the Great British Baking Show that I was partway through. It's the first episode of the recent season. That's what I'm going to do, and I've had such a good time on stream today. I feel definitely more chill, I feel good about my progress today now that I did this. And I feel much less stressed now that I have expressed my anxiety but also got some work done. I feel like it was very productive. It was very good. Yes, I love almost everything that what's it called? Group of I don't know what to call it, but the Great British Baking Show also was a kids show, and I like that. I like that one. The professional show I'm less keen on because it's like I feel like I can't relate to it, but the kids show and the regular adult show, I love both of those shows. Yeah, it's just feel good, and I love baking, and yeah, it was a good time. Fun fact, I referenced the Great British Baking Show in my book Seaside in like the very first chapter, and I compare my main character's dad to Paul Hollywood. Yeah, I think that's pretty funny, because he also bakes bread and takes bread very seriously. Yeah, I'm very proud of that book, but I'm also hopefully going to be proud of Project Popstar and or Project Faye behind me when I get more progress done on that. And yeah, I think it is time to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for coming, friends. Remember the next the next live stream will be on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm sorry, Malin, it will be quite late for you on Tuesday, but definitely join me next Friday if you can. You're welcome for the sprints. I'm so glad you had a nice evening. And yeah, I hope you continue to have a nice evening. Everyone else out there watching. Thank you guys so much for coming and being productive. And I'm pulling up my outro. And thank you. Thank you, Mars. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.